So again, this is a standing start, not a rolling start.
Looks like they're going to stop him on the first time around too. Second time.
Yes,
Shows how much I'm watching.
Yeah.
So Hamilton lines up on grid number 1 with Daniel Bray beside him. Chris Cox in third will be looking to come up from these guys. He's showed that he's got the speed. You can see Bray there rolling his tyres just to stop them sticking. And Bray's got to the lead. He's got in front of Hamilton.
So yes, definitely a good start from Daniel Bray. Got a jump on Matthew Hamilton, pulled hard left, so Matthew couldn't have a chance of coming back. And I think Daniel just wants to put in some good laps here so he gets a breakaway.
These guys are going to be going hard now. They won't have been full 100% all day now, so this will be really interesting
and
to see.
Matthew Kingsman's already got 2 places here. Already got past Scott Manson, so he's got a good start. So let's see how he can progress through. Might be quite hard to catch the leaders, but he'll definitely have a good shot at the top 6. So we've got 3 people. And Chris Cox has a little look at Matt Hamilton. So we've got Daniel Bray, Matthew Hamilton, Chris Cox, and Matthew Kingsman, goes underneath.
He's really shown
the 33 of Mac Burkhardt.
He's passed and pulled away from Manson as well, who was really competitive earlier today. So Kingsman could be one to watch here.
Yes, he's already passed Andy Knight in the 4th position. So that bad pre-final, he's recovered and he's got to the 4th position. So we've got a 3-car breakaway here. They need to be sensible because the likes of Andy Knight, Matthew Kingsman will come after them with their fresh tyres. I think Matthew Kingsman's in a good position here. What do you think, Richard? He's got fresh tyres and he's already in 5th position.
He made a move on that last lap and he has just put a 38.6 out, which is the same as Chris Cox and only a fraction off Bray and Hamilton. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do when he's got some clear air and if he can suck onto the back of these guys.
Definitely needs to get past Andy Knight as quick as he can without any fighting. And he's a good driver and he won't let him pass easy. But Matthew goes down in the last corner. Good pass.
And that's a mechanical flag for one of the guys in the top 3.
And Matthew's away. Matthew is away. He's in 4th position. Looking good.
Chris Cox has got his rear bumper's fallen off. So
Matthew Kingsman into 3rd position from the back. Hasn't done any racing all day. His strategy has definitely paid off here.
Finally, when things start looking good for Chris Cox, it all goes wrong again.
And yes, Chris Cox has pulled into the pits now. Unfortunate luck for him, but he will be racing in Yamaha Light tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a cracker.
So now Kinsman's got to do some work and try to catch up to these guys. He's got fresh tyres. He's warming the car, warming that radiator up, so he's obviously not got the temperature he needs.
So Scott Manson's also coming with Matthew Kingsman. Matthew Kingsman doesn't look as fast as I probably would have expected. His new tyre advantage, or not new tyres, but fresh tyre advantage might start to go away as he hasn't done all the heats, so he probably wouldn't have the best setup on that Sodi kart. But
he certainly came out of the gate fast. It's going to be interesting to see if he's got the lap time. Scott Manson's not letting him get away. Scott's been going really good as well, so
yes.
Hamilton and Bray both 38.4. There you go, 38.7 for Kinsman. So he's not got the pace to even keep with them, let alone catch them. But he's got himself up to 3rd.
Probably be pretty tired after that Rotax Max Light final as well.
Yeah, well, it's probably lucky that that he didn't have to fight as hard for it as he may have if those other guys didn't come together.
Very true, very true.
But
so it's a 2-horse race here in the KZ2 final. Daniel Bray in the lead, followed by Matthew Hamilton, only half a second between the two.
.38.5 and 38.7. So Hamilton seems to be dropping a little bit of pace there. These two guys do a lot of work together, so it'll be very interesting to see.
Daniel Bray 2/10 quicker than on that lap than Matthew Hamilton. So really pushing now.
Looks like it might be a reverse result of last year.
Still got 11 laps to go, however. You never know. Matthew Hamilton is a good driver, and he's got a good head up above him, so he could be just cooling off his tyres, making sure he manages that gap, and so he can make the charge in the last couple of laps.
Yeah, look, both those guys are seasoned campaigners, and they really know how to look after a tyre. Daniel certainly learnt that, you know, would have been 2 years ago, but he certainly used to struggle to let the tyre cool and keep it consistent. But he's looking pretty good now. He's certainly learnt a lot.
Exactly. Have a watch between those two drivers. As one starts sliding, they start to overheat those sticky tyres, and even though they have been saving tyres all weekend, if you overdrive them the first couple of laps, they do go off quite drastically, whereas looks like Matthew Hamilton may be driving a little bit squarer. So by square, I mean not sliding the car out of the corners, not wheel spinning, not doing D1NZ style.
Exactly, not burning up that rear tyre. It's interesting you say that now. Hamilton's a couple of tenths faster on that last one, and the gap is down to just over 3 tenths.
It's going to be an interesting battle. They have pulled a gap on Matthew Kingsman, who looked to be under pressure from Scott Manson earlier, but looks like he's pulled back away. So
certainly those front two are in a different league to Kingsman and Manson.
Yes, different element.
Absolutely. Look, they just they're not gonna catch them, let alone stick with them. So.
I would have liked to see Ryan Grant at this event and seen how he would play it out. Look, because he's another top driver who races KZ2 around the country and even overseas. So unfortunately he's not here, but today we've got two people out in the lead, Daniel Bray and Matthew Hamilton, both 1 and 2 NZ.
Yeah, this is certainly one of the classes where kart sport New Zealand kicks above its weight, with, you know, 3 of these drivers being international stars, really.
And so Matthew Hamilton's looking good there in the second position. Daniel Bray's realised that, and he's having to cool his tyres down as he was quite squirmy early on. But I've raced against Daniel Bray myself, and there's one thing to catch up to him, there's another thing to pass him. He's a very good defender, and we'll see how he copes with the pressure of Matthew Hamilton in this 17-lap final. 10 laps gone, 7 laps to go. Oh, Hamilton's right up Daniel Bray's neck now. He's looking for a way past. He needs to go early, otherwise he will get held up. And again, like the Rotax class, as Hamilton nearly has another look. Daniel Bray under serious pressure now as they go across the back straight. So you can see Daniel Bray, Matthew Hamilton, a long way back now to Matthew Kingsman. He was quick early, but the kart's gone off. Same with Scott Manson. So just looking at the lap times now, both the top two, Matthew and Daniel, are doing equal lap times.
5 to go now. They're really close.
They have slowed up a bit, however.
That sweeper there.
I think Matthew's getting held up. They've dropped 4 tenths in that one lap, so
I think you might be right. I think Daniel's just gone off a little bit. Just overcooked his tyres. Is he having a look down there?
Can't quite see
just
yet.
Go out of sight. Matthew's putting the pressure on. He's not got him, but certainly getting close.
5 laps to go. And Matthew makes a big dive. But Daniel overtakes him on the exit. Matthew, maybe that was a bit too late, bit too early. We've seen it before. 5 laps to go. Maybe he should have waited. What would you would have done?
Dive. That was a massive dive. We haven't seen anyone really passing up into that left-hander up there. He's got a bit of work cut out for him now to try and get back on the back.
Yeah, he recovered good. But Daniel definitely knows he's there, and he won't let that pass happen again, I think, Daniel Bray. But again, if these two crash, Matthew Kingsman could take out the double. What a story that would be. The Sodi Kart team would be ecstatic.
Unreal. I think Matt needs to get this done, or his tyres are going to go off as well.
4 laps to go. Oh, he's looking. Oh, it's going to be a good race, ladies and gentlemen. Watch for these front two. Watch for Matthew Hamilton to make a late pass.
Kinsman's catching up to these guys. He's going to run out of laps, but it's really showing...
down the straight once more, and we've got Matthew Hamilton down the inside. Matthew Hamilton's taking the lead off Daniel Bray. Is Daniel Bray going to come back at him? No. Matthew Hamilton defends. I think Matthew Hamilton's got the better tyres.
A bit of a rub there.
Here we go.
Give him a bit of a push.
And Matthew Hamilton's blocked. Daniel Bray's trying to do the crossover. He can't. He's right behind Matthew Hamilton. Matthew Hamilton pulls a defensive line as they come down the horn again.
Had a go there. Kinsman's right under the back
Yes,
of these
Kingsman
guys.
could definitely get opportunity knocks here.
2 to go at the end of this one. This is close. Look at Kinsman just sucking onto the back of these two.
And it's still Matthew Hamilton. Daniel Bray's sticking. I'm quite surprised. I thought his tyres had gone off quite severely, but they haven't. As I say that, Matthew Hamilton got a fantastic run out of that corner. He pulls a little bit of a lead.
That last lap, Kinsman's caught up by nearly 2 seconds on these guys, so it shows how much time you can pull in if you're not battling.
So never give up, as you've got 2 laps to go in this race.
It's been a long day for Kinsman.
Let's see what Daniel can do. How keen is he to win another national championship? Daniel Bray was 2NZ last year, narrowly missed out. He doesn't want to narrowly miss out again to Matthew Hamilton.
Last lap now, it's got a bit of a gap. He's going to have to try and get the nose of that GP card in there.
Matthew Hamilton looks strong out of that corner. I think Matthew Hamilton's got the edge. Maybe he's a bit clean on his tyres earlier on. Wasn't sliding as much, and it's paid off here
He's got
at the Blenheim Nationals. See what happens here. As we go down to the last corner, unfortunately we can't see. We would like to. Okay, so we've got Matthew Hamilton who's going to take it out. Let's hope he doesn't. No, he's going to win. Well done. Fantastic drive.
What a drive from Matthew Kinsman.
Exactly.
On the back of the grid. Not done any test or any racing today to test the kart, and he's come third by just over a second to some of New Zealand and pretty much the world's best KZ2 drivers. And
exactly.
This is not a class that Matthew drives a lot. He's had a bit of time off in this class and really focused on that Rotax, which has paid off. But what a fantastic drive.
Exactly. First in one class, third in another for one day's racing. It's not a bad effort, is it?
Not bad at all.